Alright, so the kit comes with the metal bushing and both of the seals for the rack in here, at both ends of the rack. There's that. And then it comes with the O-ring, this end, wait, the one end of the pinion gear. Oh, it goes on there maybe. It goes on top of the shim, and then it goes with the, where does that go? Shit, I don't know. Oh, it goes in here. It goes in that one right there, and then it comes with the O-ring for right there, which is in that kit, and then it comes with the Teflon and the O-ring for the rack assembly there. Okay? But if I was going to tell you, hang on. Order these lock ring things, because you're going to destroy them getting them out. At least I did. So order that, and that's all you need to rebuild the thing, man. I'm not going to change that seal. It didn't come with it. It came with everything else. Okay, so I put the O-ring in already. That was easy. I put a little ATF on it just to make it all nice and slick. Now I'm heating this ring up, put it on. Alright, let's see what happens. Don't fight too hard. Come on, get it there. Alright. Come on, get in there. Damn it, it's crooked. Oh, come on. Jesus Christ. Why is this switch gotta be so fucking hard? Get it in there straight, or it's not going to be easy. Come on. In there. There. Come on. Right, that one's in. Okay, I found a 1 5/16 socket. So I'm going to use that to push this thing down in there. I looped it up with ATF. And let's see what happens here. I got a... Oh, of course this is not going to go easy. Jeez. Well, let's do it. Got a cheater pipe. We'll bang on that with. Then we'll bang on this thing. Get past those threads, I think it'll go a lot easier. Okay. We'll bang on it with this guy. Now, seats up against the metal bushing. Alright, I think we're in there. Let's see, yeah, I think that works pretty good. I mean, look in the sun. I don't think I deformed it or anything, so we're good. I don't know how this is going to go, but I think Probably supposed to put some tape or something over these gears here to keep them from messing up the seal. I think I read something to that effect. So I'm going to try that. It's probably not going to stick. I'm going to have to clean it with some brake cleaner or something to get that tape to stick. Okay, so I'm going to clean it with some brake cleaner first, and then I'll try to stick it again. Okay, so I got my piece of masking tape on there. I'm going to lube it up a little bit with some ATF. We'll see how this goes. Just a little bit. Alright. There goes nothing. Persuasion, I'm afraid. Oh, there we go. Bam! Baby's in. So, take my tape off, hopefully, and screw that up. Don't put too much tape on it. Alright, got it. Okay, let's put this seal back in. Other seal, just a little bit up good. Let's get rainy on it. A little ATF all over it. Okay, hammer this thing in a little bit with my 1 5/16. Let's see, how far does that thing go? A bit further than that. That should be a little bit better. Let's see if that helps any. Oh yeah. Well, maybe not. I don't know. I'm still making little aluminum ribbons right here at the hole, so I think I'm gonna, I don't know. So I used the little pick to clean those threads up, but I'm still making little aluminum ribbons, but it's going in pretty easy, even though I'm making little aluminum ribbons. I mean, whatever. It's going. I don't know how you get that thing out of there without, I mean, no matter how you drill it out, it's gonna leave like a rough, it's gonna be rough, man. But it's going on with just my hands, so I don't doubt that it's going on right. It's on the threads. It's just, God, that little, when you stake this crap, it kind of indents it a little bit. Unless you pound it back out round, it's just gonna be weird. It's just gonna cut like that, I'm afraid. Look at that one. Jesus Christ. That's a big one. But I mean, it's going on super easy, so I don't know. I think I'm fine. Anyway, Vice is a good way to hold it. I don't know what the torque on this is supposed to be. I guess there's not really a torque to it. That's why you stake it. So I'm gonna get it pretty tight and call it good. Alright, done. Get back over the old hole. Can't really tell. Alright, moving back. Okay, it says put it back in the neutral position. So I'm just measuring to the end of this taper here on both sides. And on this side I've got basically 43.5 millimeters, and then on this side I've got 43.5 millimeters to the taper. So that's pretty much what I'm calling the neutral position. And now I'm going to start putting the pinion housing back on. Alright, so I forgot to film this, but I took a 1-inch socket and my hammer and I pounded that oil seal back in there, and so that seems to be in good now. 1 inch, yeah, 1 inch. That's 1 and 1/16. Yeah, 1 inch. So the oil seal's back in, and that means the shim goes back in. I'll probably grease that up too. Just hold it in place. Okay. Alright, I'm back to put a little bit more of this thing together. Today we're going to put the pinion housing and the pinion back in. And it's 94 degrees outside, but it's 80 in my garage. So I am leaving my door shut, which means it's going to be a little bit darker. So you're just going to have to kind of bear with me there. Looks like I need to clean that up a little bit too. Flatten those out. Yeah, I'll do that too. Anyway, first thing we're going to do is we're going to put some grease. Oh, give me my grease. We're going to grease these needle bearings in the pinion housing. Do that real quick. Put some grease on them bad boys. Pack it in there. So I'm just packing the grease in the needle bearings. Manual says do this, so I'm doing it. Pack the needle bearings. And we're going to lube up all the oil seals with some oil. That's what it says, so I'm not going to use ATF, I'll use oil. Packing up these needle bearings though. Oop, get grease everywhere. Hey, you can't have too much grease, right? I guess you can, but whatever. Packing it down in there as best I can. Alright, got that. And I'll wipe this grease off. Put some oil on this seal. Okay, a little oil, a little grease. That's a good thing. Alright, we got some oil on that seal. We'll put a little bit of oil on this seal right here that's in the rack assembly. Can't hurt. A little oil always makes it slip in a little easier. Oh crap, I got dirt on there somehow. Dirt out of that. Shouldn't really have dirt in there either. Man, it's windy and dirty where I live. The wind blows all the time. I'm so sick of the damn wind. It drives me crazy. I mean, just crazy, man. Like, it's always blowing 10. We got 40-mile-an-hour winds coming tonight. We got 40-mile-an-hour winds coming tomorrow. It's ridiculous. I swear, Mother Nature, man. Me and Mother Nature. Mother Nature hates me. It's always windy in Colorado, so I bought a sailboat, right? And the minute I try and go out sailing, the wind stops. She stops, man. But the minute I try to go ride my bike or something like that, man, she fires right back up. I swear to God, I hate that. I hate Mother Nature, man. She just pisses me off. Alright, let's see. What else does it say do here? Multi-purpose grease to the needle bearing roller and oil the seal lip before installing pinion assembly gear housing. And then it says, alright, so I know I had to put my housing on here, kind of line everything up. Remember that neutral mark? It's like right here. I'm going to put it right here. And then and then the rack here is 43.5 millimeters to the tapered part on each side, so it's in, quote, the neutral position. And so I marked my, I should grease that more inside there too, though, I think. Why not, right? Just grease it. It won't hurt nothing to grease it. More grease the merrier. I think. Put a little grease on the bottom down there. Just grease it up, man. Grease that bad boy up. It ain't hurt to have too much grease. Alright, so I made a mark, a little mark on the pinion here. So I'm going to try. This is going to be tricky because this thing's going to try to slide on me. I'm going to try to put this thing down in there where it lines up with my neutral, however. And that's going to go too far, so I'm going to have to turn it one more back. One tooth back. And see what happens there. That's what happens there. Turn that bad boy. Come on, get down in there, don't flip me. I'll do jump good. Damn, get in there. Nothing ever goes the way you want it to, right? There we go. I think. Come on, get in there. Okay, so there's my mark. There's where it needs to go. Let's see that thing's in there. It is lined up in neutral position. That's about as neutral as it's going to get. Let's see if I can turn this bad boy now. Yep. Alright, so neutral. Looks good to me. Oh yeah, you can't get a shim. You can't get that shim. It's no longer available, man. I looked, so I'm going to reuse this one. It's fine. It flattened it back out when I put it in there and seated it. So be careful when you're pulling that out. I'm going to make a note on the video when I'm actually disassembling it that you better be careful with that shim. The manual says put a new shim in every time you rebuild this, but you can't get them. I mean, I don't know. Do they wear out? I don't know. They don't turn. So why do you need to put a new shim in every time? Somebody can enlighten me on that. Alright, so we got that. Install pinion assembly to pinion housing. Be careful not to damage pinion oil seal. We're good on that. Apply coat with multi-purpose grease to the rear. Oil seal lip before installing rear housing. Okay, I got that in there. It's all in there good. So I think I'm good, man. Seems like I should be putting something in here. I guess it's gonna fill up with fluid though, so I guess I'm good. Alright, here goes nothing, man. There's my seal. See what happens here. Bada bing, bada boom. There we go. Housing is back on. Oh no, I got it. I've almost screwed up. There's a O-ring that goes there. That's what's gonna keep it from. Woo! I did almost screw up. Almost didn't put that O-ring back in there. That wouldn't have been good. Okay, so I'm gonna oil that thing up a little bit before I put it back in there. Now it makes sense. Well, here, I'm just gonna do it like that. There. That makes sense. See, I almost blew it, man. I would have put that. I knew there had to be some sealing that crap up in there. I'm like, that's just a machine surface, man. There ain't no way. I'm just gonna trust that. Okay, well, since there's no ring, now I won't. Shit, I should put some. Nah, we'll call it good with the ring. It made it so X amount of years with. Alright, cool. Woo, that was close, man. See, I always have to do stuff twice. So far, I hadn't done stuff twice, so something was gonna get me. Alright, that's much better. I knew there was an extra O-ring in there. Good. Okay. See, look at that. Now I'm gonna do a little more Loctite. Can't have too much blue Loctite. Can't have too much red Loctite. Can't have too much blue Loctite. Alright, there we go. Sorry, I'm doing all this part twice now, but hey, it ain't gonna be leaking now, right? That was a close call. Could have been bad. Alright, let's see. Now it ain't gonna leak. That's a little tighter. Alright, now we'll go back to our 15 foot-pounds there. Business. Other problem is there's a little plastic cap that goes over this, and it has a little tang on it, I believe is the correct word. It has a little piece sticking out, and that piece sticking out goes into another little plastic piece. I don't know what they're called, but long story short, this guy right here, when I was cleaning it, the little piece broke off, so now I gotta go order one of those caps. But it matters how it goes on here, and I'm going to put it on basically where I think it goes. I made a mark of this in the video. Anyway, it has to go like, it has to rotate like 90 degrees or something like that. We'll get into that more later when I get my new cap. I had to order the little lock clips too that hold the inner tie rods on there. So it's going to still be a few days before I get to put everything back together. Okay, so that is that. Let's go ahead and do this diaphragm spring. Install diaphragm spring retainer. Okay, so I wonder if I need to grease this. What the hell? Can't hurt to grease it, right? I'll put a little grease on it. I think it had grease on it, so let's just grease it up. Why not? If it doesn't need grease, then the power steering fluid will clean it off eventually. Okay, so we got that jobber going down in there, hopefully. Alright, and we got our spring. Now we get that grease off. Okay, and then we have the washer, which I kept tabs on. Oh, no. Doesn't matter. Okay, still there. Okay, but the convex side goes outwards on that spring there. And I'll just put this back in. The middle part back in. Torque value on that. That takes a 12 millimeter. 12 millimeter Peter. Alright, let's see if there's a torque value for that guy. Yes. Oh wait, there's one for the lock nut. Adjusting screw. Okay, so aha, I see. We're gonna have to adjust. Okay, so here's probably where moving that thing comes into handy. So let's adjust this thing and try and get it moving appropriately. Remember when I was taking it apart, I stuck this on there, and adjusting this makes it move harder or easier. That might be a little too hard. That's pretty easy. I'm gonna do it just a little bit harder. I think that feels pretty good. I'm going to go with that. Alright, now lock ring. And the lock ring does have a torque value, but I don't have a... Do I have a socket that big? No, I don't have a socket that big. Okay, so my last video got cut short because I ran out of space on my card. I was putting this lock nut back on, and it's just a matter of putting it. I used a big crescent wrench and tightened it up. I don't have a torque wrench that big or a socket, so it's like 40 foot-pounds. God says like 29 to 43, so I put it about, I'm guessing I'd put it about 40. Okay, so then I cleaned all my other little wire tubes up here, and I'm gonna put them back on. I'm gonna put the solenoid back on, which has a couple of O-rings. So I'm gonna put a little oil on them and put them back on. Oops. I always drop stuff, man. How do I not drop stuff? I don't know. I'll clean down in there real good, real quick. A little groove. Because why not? I don't really want to take this back apart. I have to fix any leaks. So I'll take those extra few seconds and make sure everything's clean. Alright, so there's one O-ring. This comes in the kit. And there's two O-rings. And we'll put the solenoid back on. Those 3 screws. Aren't you proud? Oh crap, I should put some Loctite on here. Duh, so you're looking at it. Come here. 2, and 3. Alright, got that. Get my Alright, solenoid is back on. Let's see if we get any torque values on that. Of course we do. About 8. Alright, so we're sitting at 15, 13, 12, 11, 10, 8. Alright. These bad boys in there. Alright, 8. Alright, solenoid's on. So next up is put these little guys back on here. Oh, I gotta find some copper washers. They send some copper washers in the rebuild kit, but I'm assuming that they are for the banjo bolts that go right here. Maybe I shouldn't assume. Maybe I should actually look and see. Because now that I look at it, those look pretty big. Huh. I'm about to do some checking. I'll get right back with you. Okay, so I did some checking, and these are for... These copper crush washers that come with the kit do go to the little pipes here, because the other banjo bolts are way bigger than this. So, let's put these bad boys back on here. Let's see how that one goes. Assuming that one goes right there. This is going to be interesting. I'm sure this little piece comes off here, but I'm going to try not to take it off. There we go. Alright. Let's see. Two of these bad boys. Killing miller moths because they're going crazy everywhere. If you ever lived in Colorado, you know what a miller moth is. Man, they're everywhere. I'm killing like thousands. I'm just vacuuming up thousands every night. Okay, got that one in. Put this one in. This one that goes underneath there. And pretty much I'm done, man. I gotta put those tie rods back on, which I can't do until I get my inner tie rod lock ring deals, but I'm pretty proud of this thing. I think it's gonna work. Should be nice and sealed up, all new seals. Pretty sweet. Now I'm about to build the pump, rebuild the pump. I wonder if I get a torque value on these guys. Probably do. Alright. So that is that. I'm gonna tighten these down. Oh, let's see what the torque is on. 14 to 20. Alright, I can do that. Let's see, that is a 15? No, that's a 17. What is that? 17. Okay, so a 17. We're going to 20. 20. Alright, let's crank these bad boys down. Alright, 20 and 20. Alright. Again. Almost done. Just gonna tighten these guys up here. I guess it gives a value on them. Well, yes it does. 14 to 20. So I'm gonna have to guess that because obviously I can't get a socket around those things. But get that done, and I'll come back when I get my tie rod in, my tie rod locks and my new cap. Alright, here we go. So it says attach the lock plate to the side rod inner socket. So it shouldn't be too hard. Hopefully. Alright, got that on. It says insert the steering gear spacer to the rack. Alright, that goes that way. That's how it shows it. And then it says put Loctite on the threads. And screw it into the rack. Buddy cat, what you doing, man? Stop and say hi to my cat here. What you doing, man? What are you doing, buddy cat? You been out killing some stuff? He's a killing machine. Alright, so FYI, I went inside looking for these little spacers that go behind the little, what is it called? Lock ring? Lock thing? What do we got here? Lock plate. Okay, so lock plate. So I went inside and I looked for if I can get these spacers. Well, first off, you can't get them. They're superseded by some other number. And even when you find those, these things are like $35 each. Okay? And when I pulled this thing apart, they were just... Oh, great, now I'm dropping. It was just floating around in here. I was kind of like, that can't be good. So, and it's supposed to fit over this lock plate. And it kind of does, but not good enough that it's not going to come back off. So I think what I'm going to do is just JB weld. I'm going to put like 3 or 4 little dabs of JB weld on there and just weld it to that lock plate. And and call it good. It's where you could bang it off if you needed to, but that just seems stupid to go pay $70 for two of these things when it's just that it doesn't like quite stay on. Little JB Weld will make it stay on there. So that's my plan. So I'm gonna get back to what I was doing. I'm gonna go ahead and put these back on, and then I'll pick up where I JB Weld it, and we'll go from there. Okay, so I'm back. Got my tie rod, inner tie rods back on. So I'm gonna stick this thing down, stick those lock rings down, and should be good to go then. Let's see if I can make a mess doing this. Oh yeah, there we go. That ain't going nowhere. Flip it over. This could be tough. Let's see. Something to set that on. Maybe not. Maybe I'll just do it from the side. Guess I'm doing it from the side. Sorry, I'm gonna block you for a second. But I'm gonna stick this guy in. Oh geez, no, that ain't cool either. Let's see, how can I flip that to where I can stick it? Just do it like that. There we go. Let's see if I can keep from knocking this thing on the floor. Here we go. That ain't going nowhere. Alright, next side. I guess I could potentially, no, I can't spin it either. Alright, we'll get the top side first. That one's good. Alright, one more side here. Do this without breaking anything. Maybe. It's aluminum or something, so it's not that hard to do. Staked! Alright. Done. Now I'm gonna JB Weld those, I'm gonna JB Weld these things on here real quick. So, I'll get my JB Weld ready and all mixed up, and then I'll come back and we'll get to it. Okay, so I mixed up my JB Weld, and like I said, I'm just gonna dab a little bit. Right here. Ooh, that's not where I want it. Right here. Just around the edge of this thing. A couple of spots. Not a bunch, just enough to hold it on there. Right, there's one. And we'll do the other one here. Right, two. There. Let's see, just enough to hold it on there. Alright. Done. Let that dry and we'll come back and continue. Almost done. I got my spacers JB welded on here. I let them sit overnight and get nice and cured up. Spacers ain't going anywhere. So next step is to grease this thing really good. So I'm gonna grease it. What goes under the boots. It says grease up really good. So I'm gonna, because I can pull this out. All right. Slather on some grease all over this thing. Nice and slick. Of course, I can't get some more grease now. Lube it up. Teeth all good. I'm gonna lube up this inner ball joint here. I kind of cleaned it all up real good when I was taking it apart. Get that clean. Fix to put the boot on. Alright, got that side done. Push it through to the other side. Alright. Side ain't got no teeth, so I'm not gonna go too crazy on it. This here ball joint here. It's like an inner towel rod. Not a ball joint. Towel rod. I don't want to call it ball joints. Because they look like ball joints. Alright. We'll call that good. Let's put a boot on. That's how I roll, man. Don't put stuff where it won't fall. I like putting stuff where it'll fall off of things, you know? I don't like to think ahead or anything like that. That's too easy. I'd rather stuff just fall on the ground and then I have to re-clean it. You know? Alright. I'm gonna have to end up loosening that a little bit. I don't know. We'll see. Alright, we'll put a boot on. Boot number 1. This ain't gonna be easy either because that's a little bitty tiny hole in this thing. I bet. Alright, sweet. Of course, it's way smaller than where it's going. Stretch this thing out. Oh jeez, okay. Instead of you watching me struggle, I'm gonna shut this camera off, but somehow I'm gonna get that boot in there. So okay, I just manhandled it like I did your mother. Ha 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 ha. Anyway, or that's what she said. I'll show you this one. This one's not all up underneath that pinion housing. And this one's gonna be a pain in the ass to get on. Oh jeez, man. Everything's hard when you put it on a video. Okay, jeez. Alright, that one's on. I'll see if I can replicate what I did on the other side. Oh, this one's going to be a completely different mess. Guess it didn't. Alright. So get the bottom on. Get your fingers up underneath here. This one might be a little easier, actually. Yeah, that one was easier. Okay, sweet. That's on. Boots are on. Now, it's got these little rings that come with it. I'm assuming these go around this end of the boot. Once again, God, everything everything's so tight. Ah. That's what she said. That's what he said. Okay, that's just right. Sorry. I'm trying to get a little shit this paper. I can't get my finger underneath there. Get a little flat screwdriver. Oh boy. Yep. Just get my finger underneath it, it'll all go easy. There. Jeez. Alright, that one's on. Get this guy on. Okay, so we're going to go around this twice. Maybe. Oh wait, it says something about putting the install boot clamps so that it is to the rear of the vehicle and the gear housing is attached to the body. To the rear of the vehicle. Okay, so figure this out. The rear of the vehicle would be that way. Okay, so I want this, like a little mark of what is rear. Alright, so that's pretty much how it sits, I think, is like that. So this would be the rear. And this would be the rear. So that's where I'm going to try and put my clamps. To the rear, maybe down a little bit. Rear and down, something like that. Okay, wrap it twice. Pull with 22 foot-pounds with my screwdriver. And then tighten that bad boy up. Alright. You got it. Let's see, since I okay, let's see, what's the best way to do this crap? Turn it righty-tighty. Gee, I hope that's 22 pounds of force. Oh, I'm not counting my turns either. I'm just gonna get it pretty tight. There. That's pretty tight. I can get my screwdriver out. Okay. Probably should use a Phillips for that, maybe. Jeez, man. If it can go wrong, it will go wrong. Story of my life. Get out of there, dude. Alright. Thank you. God. Everything's a pain in the ass. Everything's a pain in the ass. Alright. So I'm guessing I could fold that down or something. Would be smart. Alright. Let's hope this one goes a little better. I'm gonna get a Phillips. Jeez. Alright. Last boot here. So we're gonna wrap it twice. On the back.
For me in particular, the session that forever sticks out in my mind is one from 1996. It was one of the very first times, if not the first time, that legendary Mexican rock band Café Tacuba graced the MTV studio with their presence.
Alright.
They've been tuned to the brokenness of one band in North America with vigorous energy, 80s new wave inspired tunes. Yet some
Alright, let's go right tidy on this one too.
traditional support sound of the Americas with the rock and roll.
22 pounds of
The
force.
result was a phenomenal album entitled Boy, which through the decades has consistently landed on the greatest of all time albums. Top 5 brokenness albums for sure.
Come on, stay there with me.
The last time I saw him perform was at the Hollywood Bowl about 2 years ago. Right now, performing songs off their seminal album, Atlanta, it was Café Tacuba, live on Morning Weekends Eclectic from way back.
Alright. That ain't going nowhere. Hold that sucker down. Hopefully it ain't in the way of nothing. I'll give that a little bit more of a twist. Alright, boots are on. Alright, next step. I gotta put these nuts back on. These nuts. I got these nuts. These nuts going on. Put my new tie rod ends on. Where'd I get all this crap from? I got my, I ended up getting the majority of this stuff from Concept Z. The little lock plates. I got the boot. Where did I get the boots? The boots came with the kit. I got the kit from Concept Z. And I'm gonna say right now, the kit came with everything except the locks. The lock. What the hell are they called? Lock flat things. God damn it! I always did the fucking proper lock plate. Lock plate. God, I can't ever remember the correct term for shit, man. I always forget that shit. If you do this every day, you'll remember it. But God, if you don't do this every day, I don't remember what this stuff's called. That's why I'm calling these things ball joints and shit, man. Like, whatever. It's a tie rod. I know what I'm talking about. That's all that matters. Okay, so, but yeah, where did I get everything from, man? I got all the O-rings, all that came in the kit. Pretty much everything came in the kit. I had to order this thing from, I think I got it off of eBay from like Courtesy Nissan in Dallas, which this is still on the way. I'm not to that yet, but I don't need it yet until I'm ready to put the steering coupler back on. I'm not ready for that. Everything else came from, what did I get? I got a couple of things from, I ended up having to get the bushings from Z1, but everything else pretty much came from Concept Z, or I had to get it off eBay. So you can't get those spacers anymore, so take care of your spacers, and you can't get the shim for the pinion, so don't mess up your shim from your pinion. You can't get one of those anymore, so be careful. Be careful when you're taking this thing apart. Alright, final step. Let's put these tie rod ends on. Driver's side, 15.5 turns. Okay, 15.5 turns. Let's say, what's going on right there. There's half. Ooh, I'm gonna mark it. Hang on. Put a mark on there. There's half. That's gonna be the counting mark. So there's half. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay. I forget if these go. I think these go on the top side though. I that spin for me? Yeah, it will. Yeah, it will. Okay, so I can spin that around when I get it. I'll get my crescent wrenches. Yeah, it probably wouldn't be a bad idea to Loctite some of this crap too. So we'll do that. Let's do some Loctite. I'm just gonna put it on the nut. So that'll be enough. Alright, so I counted all these when I took it off, if you remember that. That's how I know where to put it back at. So, let's see. Alright. Alright, that ain't going anywhere. Alright. Around passenger side. Passenger side was a little over 12 turns. Let's do that. 12 turns. Let's find out where it goes on it. Oh, right there. Alright, so let's see. I'll mark it, but then I'll know I'm just counting off the other side. Okay, so a little over 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's a little over, so I'm just going to go a little over. What does a little mean? I don't know. 1/8 of an inch? Probably. 1/8 of a turn. Something like that. Alright. Loctite. Alright. Alright. Done and done. Steering rack completed. Let's see, that's going to be like the top, so I'm going to spin that down. Bottom. And that one's already kind of on the bottom. Alright. Alright. Ba-boom. There we go. Steering rack completed. Now, save yourself $300. Buy the kit and rebuild your own, because really that wasn't too bad. Alright, till next time, guys. Adios.